So what we're going to be making are worry dolls. So worry dolls come from Guatemala. That's where they are. It's the part of their culture. Guatemala's in Central America. And what you do is you take a worry doll and you put it underneath your pillow, and it takes all your worries away while you're sleeping. And they're usually made of cloth, because in Guatemala, just like in India and other places, they're very well known for their cloth, beautiful dyeing and cloths and everything. But we're going to make ours out of wood, just because it's a lot easier. So here it is, and you could do it just with paint, or to make it even easier, you could go ahead and use a magic marker, which is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to put it on here on this plate just so that it's easier for the camera. There. And I am actually probably better if I hold it. So this part is like the in-between the legs part. So you kind of want to have this part looking up, so your face is here rather than having it with the face here and this part being the front. Okay, so does that make sense? Okay, so here's going to be my first eye. And here is another eye. A little nose. And then very careful. I mean, it's hard for not to, you know, be a little messy, but we'll put a little bit of red into that in a minute. But that's basically the face. So I'll take this very small brush and a tiny little bit of white. You always remember to add dark to light. So just a tiny bit. And then I'm going to put the paint just on the tip of the brush. Ooh, itch my nose. Just a little bit for some blush. And then a little bit more on the very tip of the brush, just on the tip. And instead of like drawing it out, I'm just going to make like little dots. So a little dot up there, and a little dot right there. And can you pass me the water, please? Thank you. So now wash my brush, and I'll take a tiny bit of white, only white, and then I have to be really careful to put one dot here, one there, one here, and one there. So it's easy, but you have to be quite patient with it. And you have to remember that it's not going to look like a perfect portrait because it is so tiny. Okay? And let's see. Oops, there's my little ball. So I want to give her pink hair. So I have this little poof ball here because that's the kind of pink that I want to have on her. And I'm going to try to match it up. And the kind of red that I'm using is from Dick Blick, just regular acrylic paints. And that looks pretty much like that other piece. I think I probably need a little bit of a wider brush for this part. So I'll mix a little bit more. And I'm using the back of the paintbrush to grab some white because I don't want to make my white all pink. But I do need to lighten up that bun. That's going to be her head bun. Bun for her head. And these could be boys too, but it's a little bit more fun to play dress up with a girl. And I think I'm going to make her either a dancer or a ballerina or an angel. Not sure yet. Oops. Oh, I didn't mean to do it there. So maybe I'll make her. Actually, I can't make her hair longer because I want her hair to be up. But maybe I can give her an outfit that will. Oops, that went off camera there. So what happens if I was not on camera is that I got her hair down here. So I'm just going to make her shirt as though it's coming down here, and then it goes up in the back like that. I think I'm going to mix a little bit of yellow with the so you always remember to use the largest brush for the job. It makes it a lot easier. And always try to combine colors too. It makes it easier for coverage and it makes it more interesting. Oops, I'm sorry. Can you just stay still? Because it moves my it moves the table, and so then it goes out of focus. It gets really blurry on the camera. Okay. So you might want to wait for this to dry a little bit once you're finished with the painting. But it dries rather quickly, so her head's already dry. And then for the next part, if you can get me one of the little plates. Actually, we need some glue. So, nope, that's paint. Thank you. Can you put a little bit of glue in there for me, please? Just a tiny bit.
Big glue.
So I think I'm going to use, oh, I know what I'm going to do. Just to make it fun, I'm going to use, let's see, I'll use the flat brush again. No. Okay. And I'm going to start, thank you. I'm going to start to make these lines, these white lines. I'm going to give her stockings. Yeah, that's great, thank you. So she'll have stockings. And I'm going to do this. You shouldn't take too much time doing it. I mean, it doesn't take too long. And then down here is where you could do the feet. So yeah, I don't think she'll be a ballerina, but she's going to be a dancer of some sort. And then right there too. Okay, so once this is dry, you begin to glue. So what I'm going to figure out now is what kind of things I'm going to put on her. So I'm going to put this little thing on her head, which will look like it's her hair bun because it's the same color as her head. And I think I'm going to give her maybe like a short skirt, like that. So let me pull these away. And so for this, what I need is the glue. The other thing too that I'm going to need are her arms. So I have these are cool little pipe cleaners, but they're really neat because they're poofy here. So that can look like really kind of fancy sleeves. And I'm going to make it red because she's going to be wearing red. And here's another neat thing is you can wrap them up in different ways. So I could wrap them up or even hot glue them so they're coming from the back, and I could trim that. But if I take it from here, I really like the way this looks, kind of wrap it around her neck and then I bring it around, she looks all fancy. Like she has
A scarf.
a scarf, yeah.
Fuzzy arms.
Yeah, and she looks like a really kind of cool dancer right away, right?
Oh, she
Okay.
needs his castanets.
Yeah, castanets, very good. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this, put a little bit of glue on her top of her head. The glue gun, the tip is very hot, so be careful with that. And there's her little bun, so she's already looking like a fancy dancer. Then just with the tip of my finger, I'll add some glue here, because that's where I'm going to add her skirt. So for anything that's like three-dimensional, you just want to do the glue gun. Oops. Here she goes. Roll it, roll it. Of course, I'll need some more glue here. And this is just regular Elmer's glue. And roll it just like that. And then for this part here, I think I'm going to change my mind. I don't think that I don't want it to be striped because she turned fancy. So I'm just going to paint this white. And then I'll see what I'll do with that later while that dries. And let me see, I think I'm going to give her wings just because that's cool to do some wings. And where is, I had a little see-through piece, oh here it is. So this can be sort of like a shimmery skirt because, that's a skirt too, but we're gonna do a skirt for the top.
You should cut it wavy on the bottom.
Wavy? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of scrunch it up a little bit. Like this. Oh, thank you. Thank you for letting me know. That was very important. To let me know that I was off
Oh,
camera.
that's cool.
Oops, oops, oops. Now this is a problem that I always have, is that the glue sticks to my fingers. Now with the glue gun can get very, very hot, so you have to be careful with it. So you can see that I am, even though I'm pressing with my fingers, I'm really being very careful with it. Ouch, see, that hurt. So it's best to use like a little stick, like that. So she's got her skirt, like a tutu almost. Let me see, where the scissors? Ooh. It's hard to cut. These are bad scissors. Horrible scissors. Can you hand me those black scissors there, please? Those might work better. Thank you. It's all mangled looking now. These are bad scissors too. All right, we'll deal with it. We will be fine with it. So now I think we could do some feathers, and I think that's some red feathers or some purple feathers, or what about pink? Yeah, I think pink would be cool. Can you get find some pink ones for me, please? And then for her feet, I'll show you what I usually do for her feet, for their feet, if I can find my, there we go. So I'm not going to do this for this one because it wouldn't look right, but usually what I do is I go and I just do the little toes. And I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or maybe I will do it. It'll be kind of cute. And do little legs so they're not all so chubby. And then maybe I'll give her,
Sandals.
yeah, but these kind of, I forget what these kind of pantyhose are called. They are called, I don't know what they're called. So again, here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it goes up. Oh, fishnet stockings is what they're called. And then what I'll do is, in order for it not to, you know, to look like she's got really wide legs, then I take a brush and I will paint the same color or a color that matches whatever clothes I gave her. And you could just have your feet showing, or like here, she's got, ladies, because that breaks, thank you. Yep, thank you, because that breaks the chair. So here, it kind of makes it, sort of pushes it to the background, so you don't, they don't look so much like tree trunk legs. Okay, so there are her legs. I would paint in between them too, but let me move a little bit faster here. So this is what got picked out for her, is to have some wings. We'll make the wings coming from here. I need you ladies not to put your hands in here and play with the materials, because one, you can get burned, and then the other thing is kind of tight right here. So, okay, so there's one wing, and I'll cut off the ends off of the chairs. Okay, so one wing looks a lot longer than the other one, so I'll trim it. But two, I like to trim these ends, the hard ends right here. Let's see if the scissors will work for that. Yeah, I think it was just that kind of fabric was difficult to deal with. There. She could even be an angel dancer. She could even be, yeah, she could be holding this like a fan. Just like that. She is a fancy lady, right?
She's a fancy angel dancer.
Mm-hmm.
With castanets.
Oh yeah, the castanets. I wonder if we could find some kind of...
These beads.
Yeah, I think it'd be difficult to find
She's already got a
castanets for her.
fan. She's already got a fan.
Yeah, like little buttons. If the buttons were the same color.
Yeah.
Ooh, I have a lot of things sticking to
You have
everything.
a lot of glue.
Yes.
Right here.
Okay, so then, hang with me ladies. So then we're gonna do like a little pearl here. If you do a pearl, like make the button, you know, face down. And then when it's all dry, see how it's got a lot of things sticking to it. Oh, can you get that off? Thank you. This is a problem with working with glue, right? All of a sudden everything begins to stick to you. So,
Something stuck to this.
especially when you're working fast, like I was working. But, you know, there it is. Kind of cool, right? And so your little worry doll can be anything you want it to be. Oh, yeah, and I need to trim this too because...
It was too long.
Yeah, it was too long compared to the other one. Maybe trim right there too. And there. And there. And as she cools, you might find some of those things that you need to trim. But that's it. So, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will take all your worries away. And the way that you do the worries, by the way, is you take her in your hand and you whisper to her into her ear.
Where's
and
her
then
ear?
Her ears, I guess we should kind of give her ears, right? But we know they're like around here. Maybe we could give earrings.
Oh,
But
I
they
found
are,
an earring on the table.
yeah. Maybe if we could find some little ones, we will do that later. But you whisper and you put it under your pillow and it takes your worries away. And it works. Okay, so that's it. Thank you.